Of course, injuries have been one of the reasons why. 3 games have been decided by a touchdown for Goshen, and they're 0-4 in those 4 games. So, you know, when you snake bitten as much as Goshen is, facing a team like Plymouth that's undefeated, it's either going to be 2 things for you. It's either going to inspire you, or it's going to make you play a little lethargic, and we'll see which Goshen team is going to show up here tonight.
Yeah, it's been really tough. It would have been really tough to go on that Monday practice after that 3 overtime loss. I mean, wow. I mean, you're having a tough season. You've had some injuries. You've had some really tight games.
Some good yardage there, putting the Redskins at the 29-yard line.
Well, of course, Tony, on a muddy field, the offensive player always has the advantage because he knows where he's going.
All right. Backs will be lined up in the eye here for quarterback Carson Roberts. And Roberts is 6 foot, 185-pound junior, a 47% passer, and it's a handoff off to the right side, right off the bat. It's going to be given right to number 23 of the Redskins, that being Michael Llewellyn, a 5'9", 150-pound junior. Llewellyn was not scheduled to start at running back, but when you look at his numbers, that's his 38th carry for almost 100 yards on the season. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 on that 5-yard carry by Llewellyn.
Trent Kaiser picks up another tackle.
Picard and Short will split off to the left for Roberts. Backs lined up in the eye behind him. And here's the snap. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it's going to be along again, buried. Loose ball on the ground.
Already in the back.
And the Rockies got it.
Rockies get the first turnover.
Right at the 37-yard line. A fumble. Trent Kaiser, I believe, got the hand in, and that's what caused the fumble. And the Rockies will have great field position, and they'll advise turnover early by the Redskins.
It's cold, it's wet, it's damp. Rained all day. It's not raining now, but the field saturated, and that makes the ball wet when you snap it, and it just came right out.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rockies, and the ball up at the 38-yard line. Look at Goshen. They are up in that box. And in the team formation, here's the handoff. It's going to go to the right side. Here comes a nice run by Houston Hodges. He'll get to the 35. That'll be a 3-yard run for Houston Hodges, who came in with 66 carries for 542 yards, averaging 8 a carry and 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, the tough part about tonight is this field is just going to be hard to cut on as the night goes on, and they're just going to have to pick their way through, and that's what Houston did there. He didn't really explode anywhere. He just picked his way through the hole.
A.J. Garcia got the tackle for the Redskins. 2nd and 7 for Plymouth at the Goshen 35. Team formation again. Holloway under the center. Here's the snap, and it's going to be a handoff left side. It's Smith getting the call this time, and, well, he's going to get dropped inside the 35 to the 34, so about a yard gain right there for Brock.
Number 48.
Had to stop there for Goshen, number 48. That being Alan Murray, the inside linebacker, a 5'7", 170-pound junior, who is the team's leading tackle coming into tonight.
Yeah, we're just kind of dancing out there, Tony. We're not really just exploding out of the set, and I think we just need to explode and let the grass take care of itself.
3rd and 6 now for the Rockies, again in the team formation, ball on the left side of the field. It's going to be a handoff to Brock, cuts it in off the left guard. It's a handoff up the middle to Shalio, and that play goes nowhere.
Shalio makes
Brock Smith?
it, yeah.
Okay, Brock Smith, I'm sorry. No, it is Shalio.
That was Shalio that carried that with Tony. Yeah, but he only picked up 2 yards, so it's going to be 4th down and about 5.
So Llewellyn on the tackle there for the Redskins. 4th and 5 yards now, and the Rockies are going to go for it here at the Goshen 32-yard line.
Definitely look for Linnell here early.
Team formation. Linnell Himes is going to be on the right side of the offensive line. Here is the snap, and Holloway's going to roll to his right. He's pressured out of the pocket, throws, and it's going to be caught by Himes inside the 15 to the 13 for a first down.
Oh, what a play by Gordy Holloway. Backing up, throws off his back foot, and still gets enough on it to get it to Linnell. All you have to do is get it to Linnell. He's going to catch it because there's nobody out there in this Goshen team that can stop him from catching it. Great execution by both players.
So a nice 4th down play for the Plymouth Rockies. 4th down conversions this year for Plymouth. We came in right at 50%, 5 of 10, so now we're 6 of 11, and get a whole new set of downs at the Goshen 23. Team formation, handoff Shalio. Ooh, he is stacked up and brought down right at the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. So it'll be a 2nd down and 8 now coming up for the Rockies. The ball spotted right at the 21-yard line of Goshen. 8:36 and counting.
5 plays in this drive. Sorry, Tony.
Curtis Ivey will split off wide left in the T formation. Shalio's the middleman. It'll be a misdirection. It's Houston up the middle, and he's going to gain a couple of yards inside the 20, down to the 17. So that'll be a gain of about 4 yards on that carry. So it'll be a 3rd down and about, I'd say, another 4 yards coming up here for the Rockies.
Yeah, great job by Goshen of getting up in the box and stopping the run, making Gordy throw the ball. But as we found out last week, if they're going to do that, we can go out and throw it. So you got Ivy split out there. See what happens on this one.
Well, here we go. This is a wildcat formation here for the Rockies. Snap to Houston, and he's going to head to Brock left side. Goes to the 15, stays on his feet down to the 10. And that'll be a 1st down on the wildcat play.
And Gordy lined up way out on the wide receiver, split way out. They ran him through, and then when he ran through, he took the defense with him, left a huge hole on the left side, and Brock Smith goes around the corner and picks up the 1st down.
So, how about that for a little twist?
That is a twist.
Well, and I tell you, John said he was going to throw that in for tonight's game just to see how it was going to work and the players are going to adapt. It worked out well. Split back formation in this formation. 1st and 10 to the Goshen 12 with a split left, and Ivy, wing back right, head out, shut out up the middle, stays on his feet, 5, he scores! Spencer Shalio for 12 yards out. Nice drive by the Rockies, which takes up 8 plays and 38 yards, chewing up 3 minutes and 43 seconds worth of clock. And it's 6-0 in favor of Plymouth. Tyler Shook will be on for the PAT. And Tyler this season has done very well in the PAT department. He is 81%, 13 of 16. Here comes the snap, the place by Hodges. The boot is up, and that is good. So the Rockies get on the board. Again, an 8-play, 38-yard drive, and Spencer Shalio scampers in for his 13th touchdown of the season. And the Rockies lead it 7-0 on the Maggie Moo's Ice Cream Treatery scoreboard. We're back with more 30-yard line taken advantage of by Plymouth, actually the 38-yard line. And well, the Rockies take advantage of the miscue, and that's what we've been doing well all season long, Larry.
Yeah, we've really been capitalizing on short fields. That's a 38-yard field, and we had a big 4th down. We picked up 9 yards in the pass, and we get the job done.
Taylor Short catches a kickoff, and he's going to scamper his way across the 20 and up to around the 24. And Goshen will have their 2nd possession of the game right at the 24-yard line. 7:19 left to go in the opening quarter, and the Rockies lead already by a touchdown.
I got to give credit to Tyler Shook, as he's really getting it together on the kickoffs. As again, they started below the 30 both times now, though 28 to 24.
All right, they'll have twins to the left here, and I think they got it split out to the right. And the single back shotgun formation here. Now the man from the top comes down low, and that's Picard. So trips to left. Roberts has got a 3-step drop. Throw it over the middle. The pass is going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Short on a crossing route at the 45, at the 35, and it goes incomplete.
Yeah, he was open too. He just didn't get the ball to him. And, it'll be 2nd down and 10. So when you throw in 1st down and you don't complete it, then that really makes it difficult for your run game to take over.
Taylor Short coming into tonight's game, 14 catches for over 300 yards, 21 a game is what he's usually getting, or 21 a catch is what he's getting. Once again, same formation. This time the receiver at the top stays alone. Single back shotgun, a quick out to the right side, and it goes incomplete. It was thrown behind Picard. Troy Picard, a 5'8", 155-pound junior, was the intended receiver there that Roberts just flat out missed.
Yeah, and one of the reasons he missed that, Tony, is Linnell went up with his arms right there at the end, so he had to he lost his passing lane, so he had to try to throw it around Linnell, and then that made his whole pass go off to the right quite a bit.
I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but John did actually in the pregame show. Kevin Garrity playing free safety tonight, and Houston Hodges playing the right corner, filling in for Zach Hayden, who suffered his second concussion last week. So he's medically not eligible. Out of the shotgun, here's Roberts to throw. Now he's going to tuck and run. Off to the right side, breaks containment 30. Stays on his feet 35. Gets a first down run up to the 40. Taking the right sideline around the 41.
Great run on the quarterback keeper. And actually it was just a forced run as there was nobody open. Pressure coming up the middle. Up the edges, so the middle was open. He scampers up the middle, breaks a couple tackles, and a first down Goshen.
So Roberts, who came in rushing the football 37 times for only 65 yards, moves the chains on that run.
That was a huge first down for them.
Backs are lined up in the eye. Receiver up top and a receiver down low. Now breaking off to the near side to line up is Joey Diaz, the tight end. Here's the snap, and Roberts is going to hand it off, and this is going to be McWallen. I believe that's Llewellyn who gets the call. Oh, it's Pung. Pung gets the carry, and he got punged down.
Yeah, he just got swallowed up on that one. Darryl Huff just blew him right off his feet, and no progress after the hit. So he picks up 2, and that's about it.
2nd and 8 now coming up for the Redskins as Roberts comes from the far sideline with the next play call. They'll break off short and with Pung to the left side. Single back shotgun formation. They also got a receiver at the top. So 2 low, 1 high. Out of this formation, here's the snap. Roberts looking, he's going to go to the near side with the pass. Overshot it! And I thought Houston might have had a chance, but it was over his head as well. Houston Hodges, a 5'8", 153-pound junior, is definitely in the vicinity, but he's just not tall enough to yank it down.
Yeah, Carson Roberts right now, again, we said it was windy out there, but still, that kind of pass was just overthrown, Tony. He's got to get a little bit more accurate.
5:58 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0. The Rockies have the lead in the Maggie Moo's Ice Cream Treatery scoreboard. Pickard, the card will be down low. Short will join him. Those are the only receivers that are out. They're down low. Backs lined up in the eye. Now it turns into an offset eye. Now in motion was the fullback. There's a rush. Swihart. There's the lead of Swihart. Caught wide open at the 50. Right side 40. And he gets by Ivy. No, Ivy hangs on for dear life and brings him down at the 24. Swihart came in motion to the far side from his fullback position, and we did not pick him up. He was wide open down the right sideline, Larry.
And he is an athlete, as the coach explained earlier, playing both ways, but he can run the ball too after catch. So that was a great run after the catch, and Curtis finally got him down, but not until he gets down to the to the 23-yard line.
That's only Swihart's 8th catch of the season, and boy, I tell you, that was a big game for the Redskins with 5:41 and counting left to go here in the first. Nice play by Goshen. Backs will be lined up in the eye with twins to the left. Now, Joey Diaz will switch from the left tight end to the right tight end. 1st and 10 for the Rocky 23 for the Redskins. Roberts is going to hand it off. It's going to be the handoff to Chunny Pung. And Chunny, the 5'7", 140-pound sophomore, gets swallowed up in the massive red jerseys.
Yeah, Darryl Huff again, Tony.
Yeah. So Huff comes up with another stop on Chunny Pung. It's 2nd down and 8 now for the Redskins, now to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and Tony, I should mention, too, that on that pass play, Carson Roberts, giving credit where credit's due, threw the ball under real duress and put it right on the numbers. That was a great throw.
Taylor Short, the 6', 170-pound senior, splits off to the right. Picard is down low. Out of the eye, hand off to the fullback. Swihart gets the call. Himes will bring him down inside the 20 to the 16. So that'll be a nice gain of about 5 yards there, getting them close to a first down, but they're still shy a couple of yards.
A surprising drive here by the Goshen Redskins. They've executed when they've needed to. The defense looks good, but have given up the big plays for the first downs.
Well, right now their offensive line is doing a good job getting some momentum forward. And our defensive line kind of on their heels a little bit. Backs lined up in the eye. Joey Diaz will go from right in to left in. Short's the only receiver down low. We got a receiver up top in Picard. Here's Roberts going to hand it up to Swihart again. Find a gap up the middle. The Rockies bringing him down, but I think Swihart gets the first down as he gets down to the 13-yard line. Yeah, this may be a measure, but I think he got it.
Boswell brings him down, but Swihart, a real stud athlete. I don't know what he's going to be like by the fourth quarter because he's a big workhorse for them. But right now he's looking great. And as Tony said, that offensive line's blocking, and they have the first down.
Swihart's a 5'8", 195-pound senior, but I tell you, he looks a lot bigger than that. Just looks very muscular. Now Damon Howe's going to come in, and he is going to replace Bubba Gaines.
The ball is on the 13-yard line, so they can still pick up a first down.
So it's 1st and 10 now for the Redskins. And they need to get to the 3-yard line to move the chains. So we'll see what the delay is here. I think the question is about the spot of the football. Nope, they're going to want to change the clock. So we're going to figure out how much time needs to go in on the scoreboard. 4:04 is what they're going to put on the clock here. Well, that's interesting. Wow, that's 45 seconds that they're getting. How in the world did that happen?
I don't know. I didn't see the clock running.
Wow. All right, single back shotgun for the Redskins. Now in motion to make it trips right is Picard. The Rockies make their adjustment. It's going to be Roberts to carry the ball to the right side. Slips one, slips two, leaps over the pile to the 10. A nice run, albeit about 3.5, maybe 4 yards, depending where they spot the football. But Roberts showing, again, some good athletic ability there.
Yeah, he breaks the tackle of Kevin Garrity 5 yards deep as Kevin came up from the free safety with great support and then ends up picking up a couple yards.
Clock dwindling down to 3:25 remaining here in the opening quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Rockies, but the Redskins are knocking on the door at the Rocky 11. This time the backs are lined up in the eye. They got a receiver top and a receiver bottom. Here is the snap. Roberts is going to hand it off to the tailback. That's Pung, and the Rockies swallow him up right at the 10. Maybe a gain of a yard on that, but that's it.
Linnell on the bottom of that pile, along with a host of other Rockies. That was just a nice stop, no momentum. Defensive line held, and now they're looking at a long 3rd and 8.
So at the 11-yard line, it'll be a 3rd down and 8 here for the Redskins. This has been a 10-play, 65-yard drive so far. It started at the Goshen 24. Backs in the eye, twins to the right. Here come the Rockies. Roberts is going to throw the football. Over the middle, the pass is going to be incomplete. They were looking for Joey Diaz, the tight end. No, make that short, the right receiver. But the pass missed, incomplete.
Kevin Garrity comes over the top and breaks that play up in the end zone. Great play. Kevin might have been knocked around a little bit, but he's okay. He's limping it off. And again, 4th down, and they're going to go try for a muddy field goal, Tony.
Well, Sanovo is a tremendous field goal kicker. He is 5 of 7 on the year, 71%, but his longest field goal is 35 yards. And this one's going to be about, what, a 27-yarder. So here we go. Wind blowing left to right. Kaiser got in. Loose ball.
Never
Rockies
touched.
possession.
Wow.
Trent Kaiser with his first block field goal attempt of the season.
Yeah,
he had 2 last year.
Just jumped that snap count perfect, Tony. Came in off that A-gap and just never slowed down. Nobody touched him. Went right by both offensive linemen, and they just tried to squeeze him and didn't get there in time. Just a great job by Kai's getting the block. And he was way over the top of that. That wasn't even close.
What a read. So 2:22 remains here in the opening quarter, and the Rockies hang on to the lead 7-0, and now they're back on the offensive side of things. From the 17-yard line of Plymouth, T formation, Ivy down low. There'll be a handoff up the middle, Shalio. He is going to get swallowed up at the 19. So that'll be a gain of a couple of yards there.
Well, they're going to do everything they can to force us to throw to Curtis Ivy. And Gordy can do it, and Curtis can catch it. So look for one of those to come here shortly. I'm sure a coach would like to run out of this area a little bit.
Down to 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 2nd and 8 coming up now for the Rockies. This is a Plymouth team that has really mustered a lot of offense this season. Over 2,600's worth of yards. Holloway's going to throw the ball over the middle. Ivy caught it at the 30 on a great slant route, but then he dropped it.
Yeah, Curtis doesn't do that very often.
Great slant route by Curtis, and Holloway hit him right in the numbers. Just dropped it.
I can't believe how impressed I am with Gordy's ability to hit him on that slant route in the numbers, just as you said. Last week it was twice, and the week before it was twice, and he can really lead him on that slant route because Ivy is fast. So he's sliding across there, and you have to lead him just like if you were shooting skeet. And he just does a wonderful job, Gordy Holloway does, of getting that ball right where it needed to be.
3rd and 8. Now at the Rocky 19-yard line, T formation again. No receiver this time. Here we go. Here come the Goshen blitz. Holloway in trouble, tried to fend off, and now he's going to get hammered down inside the 5 to the 4. A huge loss from the 19-yard line, cleared down to the 4. Goshen brought the kitchen. Their inside linebacker came in and hit a gap, and that play was doomed from that point on.
Yeah, no pickup on the inside linebacker. He made it all the way to the quarterback unabated. And the quarterback had no chance to see anybody. And now we run a punt from deep in our own end zone. Looks like we're going to go ahead, Tony. I'll let you describe it.
All right, so here we go. 4th and 23 now for the Rockies. And
Houston is in there for the punt, as he was last week.
Houston gets the play call. And here we go. Here's the snap. Houston is running, and it gets a ball blocked. It goes out of bounds.
That's a safety.
Safety for the Redskins.
Yeah,
the ball deflected off of the blocker into the end zone and then went out of bounds. So that backfires for the Rockies there.
Michael Llewellyn, number 23, got the block. He's a 5'9 junior, and Houston just waited too long. He was looking downfield, and just waited too long. Now the officials are huddling, but it looked like it went on to the left side of the pylon when I saw it, and that, of course, would have been in the end zone. And that's a safety, or maybe it went out at the 1 or 2. It is a safety. That's the way I saw it.
So Goshen will pick up 2 points.
And then we will be forced to kick off. If you don't know the safety rule, we'll be forced to kick off to Goshen. So Goshen will get the ball back and the 2 points. And then we're forced to kick off deeper than normal.
Well, this last possession for the Rockies was not a very good one. A drop slant route that would have been a first down. And then a sack from the 19 clear down to the 4, and then a blocked punt that ends up into the end zone for a safety.
There's no reason to have that blocked either. Houston just waited too long. He had plenty of time to punt it and get that momentum of the forward bounce. And that's why they run that play, as Houston's really good at kicking on the run. But that time, the Goshen player just got in there and blocked it.
So the Rockies will kick off to the Redskins, who right now have got some momentum, but yet, with all their effort, we still have a 7-2 lead once he crosses the 20. Pung is back to receive. Tony Pung at his 30-yard line. Here we go. Doc Smith is now going to go to the far side with
better footing. Yeah, he just wants better footing.
Yep. Here's his approach. Boots it from the 20. It's a spiral. Caught by an up back and dropped by the up back. Now it's going to be picked up at the 40 and then spinning off one and then getting buried at the 38-yard line. Goshen's number 23 and fumbling the football momentarily there.
They're still sorting it out.
Yeah,
that's the trouble when look at that referee right in the grass there. He's getting down to find out where that ball's at. That's a guy that loves his job.
Michael Llewellyn was the one who fumbled the football after making the up back catch.
And I think
the Redskins recover, and they do.
Well, it was great. That official went right down to the bottom of that pile, right in the grass and the mud to see where that ball was.
Well, the officials are from the region. Chuck Brunson from Hammond, Rick Elko, Dennis Tracy, Eric Schwab, and Paul Heiselman.
Best starting field position tonight for the Goshen Redskins as they start the ball on their own 40.
So David Wilson and his Goshen Redskins playing a pretty good first quarter with 31 and a half seconds left in it. Plymouth though leading 7-2. Backs will be lined up in the I. Roberts under the center. Carson, now the fullback, Swihart shifts to his left. It's going to be pitched to the near side, and getting drugged down, catching him was Tyler Shook, the inside linebacker. The handoff was to Chenny Pung, the sophomore tailback, and he didn't get nothing. A loss of a yard, as a matter of fact. 2nd and 11 coming up here once the clock goes down to 0.
Did you see Houston come up and support that run, Tony? Shook had him, and then as Shook was tackling, Houston just leveled him, and that guy really knew what Plymouth Rockies defense is all about. There's a timeout.
Nope, the quarter
ends. I'm sorry, Tony.
So with the quarter coming to a conclusion, it's 7-2. The Plymouth Rockies have the lead. So the Rockies will go to the second quarter. Oh, wait a minute. The timeout has been called, has it not? Yep. Timeout has been called. Point 1. 2.1 will be on the clock now. 2.1. Interesting timeout call by Plymouth.
I don't know. They can set that to be, I guess they can. 2.1.
So there'll be 2.1 seconds left, forcing Goshen to make a play here. I don't know if Dave Wilson's going to want to make a play here.
Well, Goshen,
but if he does, it doesn't, it'll cost him a down.
You know, Coach Barron just always thinking, the wind's really almost moved to the north. If you look at that flag is straight out, so the wind is really blowing hard. So he wants you to throw into the wind one more time if they're going to throw. And, they're looking at 2nd and 12, so you would think it's a passing situation.
2nd and 11 officially with the ball at the 39-yard line of Goshen. So it'll be Picard down low, single back shotgun. He's got twins to his right as well. So 3 across. Here's the snap. With 2.1 seconds left, Roberts drops back, throws off to the right. It's going to be caught by Short at the 45 and chased down by Huff. That'll be about a 6-yard, 5-6-yard completion to end the first quarter. Goshen is still shy of a first down when we come back. It'll be 3rd and about 5 when we return. This is Rockies football on AM 1050 Sports. For the Redskins, to top, and he got a receiver down low. Roberts drops back, slips,
Kaiser.
It goes down, and Chick Kaiser was able to chase him down, and that will be a loss of maybe a yard to a half yard. So now it'll be 4th down and 7, and a tough break there for Carson Roberts and the Goshen Redskins.
Well, Kaiser came from the left side unabated. Nobody touched him. The quarterback saw it and tried to make a move and slipped, as Tony said. And it did go as a sack because of a loss of a yard, so they're punting away.
Troy Pickard will be punting this one away. This will be the 31st time he's done it. High snap, leaped in the air, fumbled it, slips, goes down, and the Rockies will have the ball at the Goshen 31. Another tough break for the Redskins.
A great job of catching. But as we said earlier, with the heavy rains all day, it's just been really hard to get the field to drain. And with the warm-ups in the first quarter, there's some muddy spots out there, and he slipped in the mud, fell down, and we have a very short field this time of only 31 yards, Tony.
And leading 7-2 as it'll be 1st and 10 at the Goshen 31 to begin the early stages of the second quarter. T formation. Holloway is going to hand it off to Shalio, takes it off left guard, and he's going to get across the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
Coach Barron's going to ask that offensive line to step up here, Tony. We just have not been able to run the ball at all. And I'm sure that's a disappointment because on a slippery, muddy field on a cold, windy night, you want to run the ball, and that's something that we have not been able to do so far.
1 minute gone by here in the second quarter. Rockies leading 7-2. Holloway breaks the huddle. Again, no receivers as we are lined up front with the T formation again. It's Hodges, Shalio, and Smith left to right. Here comes the blitz again. It's a handoff. Smith gets across the 30 down to the 25. Good pickup, I believe. Was it Shalio that caught that block there that prevented that play from getting dropped for a loss?
But, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we were just a half second slow on that play developing. And again, that's because of the footing. Because I really thought Brock got to the hole too late.
3rd and 4 now for the Rockies at the 25-yard line of Goshen.
We're in 4-down territory here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get it to Houston, try to get to the corner where the grass is good.
Ball on the left side of the hash mark in a T formation. Shift by the Goshen defense. Holloway's going to hand it up over the middle to Shalio, and he's going to get across the 25, dropped at the 21. That should be enough for a first down, depending where they spot the football.
It totally depends on the spot. If not, it'll be 4th and 1.
That should be a first. Well, no, maybe not. I'm going to back up on that. We're short. The spot of that football has made it short.
Picks up 3, be 4th and 1. I'd still like to see him go outside to Houston where that grass is gorgeous and let him break that corner down.
In the middle of the field, you're starting to see a lot of mud. All right, once again, double tight formation, and it's a T with Hodges, Shalio, and Smith left to right, and now the officials blow the whistle.
I think the officials want to talk something over.
Indeed. So, the Rockies need 1 yard. And now the official pulls Holloway over to him, and
they're going to measure.
So they are going to measure here.
Not sure why, but they are going to measure.
Well, it'll give me an opportunity to say a couple of hellos. We've got special hellos going out to Jeff and Beth Aker, formerly Beth Ray. And the girls, Beth was a cheerleader for the Plymouth Pilgrims and the Rockies at Plymouth High School, a graduate of the class of 1981. She is listening in through the internet over at, I believe, in Cypress Hills, Florida. So that comes from Judy and your friends here. And we'll remind everybody that Webster Elementary School is selling the Nelson's Porter Pit Chicken and potatoes tomorrow from 11 to 2 this Saturday. So go help support Webster Elementary.
4th and inches, Tony, and it gives me a quick chance here to tell you that Rockies football is brought to you in part by Marshall County RMC, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
It'll be 4th and 1 for the Rockies here at the Goshen 22-yard line here in the second quarter. T formation. All the way into the center. Here's the snap. Howard's going to keep, lunges forward, and that'll move the chains as he gets to the 20.
Simple, basic play, Tony. That's a good
yard and a half there.
Good surge by the offensive line. No chance of a handoff problem in the mud or anything of that nature, and it was just a first down Rockies.
So the chains move, and the Rockies get a whole new set of downs. A lot of 3rd and shorts this year. Plymouth, as a matter of fact, are 58% in 3rd down situations, period. But when you get us in 3rd and shorts, we're 71%. So we did the job there on that play. T formation, 1st and 10, now for the 20-yard line of Goshen. Holloway into the center. Out of the backfield comes Smith as he breaks off to the near wing. Holloway hands off Shalio, got to cut it toward the middle, and a late tackle at the 15 may have saved a first down run as Shalio stopped shy of the 10.
And the Rockies get good first down yardage there. And we talked about it earlier, they're averaging 6 yards on first down, and that time he picks up 5, so nice first down pickup.
Shalio came into tonight's game averaging right around 6.5, close to 7 yards a carry.
Right now he has 28 yards on 7 carries on the evening,
including a touchdown. 2nd and 5. Now at the Goshen 15-yard line in T formation, it's Hodges, Shalio, and Smith left to right. Out of the formation goes Smith, wide left in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Hodges. Can he cut the corner? Now he's going to turn it back in. Gets the 10. He's hit. Loose ball again. And Goshen is saying they got it.
Yeah, Houston got hit right in the back
of the night. And Houston gives up the football, and Goshen comes away with it.
Well, he cut it back up inside, picked up about 5, got spun around where his back was to the defense, and got hit right in the back. And as he did, the ball just flew out of his chest area and onto the ground, and the Goshen Redskins pick it up, turnover Plymouth.
That's the 14th time we have turned over the football this season, the 2nd time tonight, and
yeah, block punt and a fumble here.
So we have lost both opportunities. The ball twice now. That's the 6th time we've lost a fumble. So Goshen will start deep in their own end from the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for Roberts. Backs in the eye, pitch to the outside to Pung. Chuney tries to turn it up to the 15, and the Rockies are going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice pickup there by the defense. Kevin Garrity coming up and supporting on the run very nicely from the free safety spot. And just no gain whatsoever, Tony.
Good pursuit by Todd Young on that right side, too, at the end position. I think he gets half a tackle there. That'll be, 13 now in the season for him.
Yeah, because if you can turn that play in, then the defensive end can catch up to it. And that was a wonderful defensive play there. We need to put 2 more together.
They actually lost a yard on that carry, so now it's 2nd and 11 for the Redskins. Backed up to the 11. Out of the eye with the receiver top and bottom, it's Roberts handing off to Swihart, and the Rocks are going to slow him down as he had to redirect and go off to his left. He hit the pile, bounced off, and went left, and Tyler Shook gained maybe a yard back to the original line of scrimmage. So Tyler Shook getting the stop. It's now 3rd and 10 in Plymouth, or Goshen.
Yeah, there just was no place to run when he tried to go up the middle, and then by the time he kicked it outside, we were there to knock him down, and it's 3rd and 10, so this is just what we needed after the fumble. We need one more good play here.
Splitting off to the right for Goshen, it is Tony Pung, the 5'7", 150-pound junior. Pickard's going to come in motion to make a trips to the right now. Roberts out of a shotgun. He's going to drop back. Now he's going to tuck and run. He escapes one tackle. Himes will chase him down, and then he's hit right to the gut by Houston Hodges at the 20, stopping the 1st down run.
Oh, he's done that all season long. Houston comes up to support the run, knocks the quarterback off his feet, giving away 20 pounds, still knocks him off his feet. It's 4th and 4.
Houston came in from his right corner to make that tackle. So now it's 4th down and 3 and another punting situation here for Goshen. Curtis Ivey will be playing deep back inside the 50-yard line at his 45. Here's Pickard. Dropping the ball at the 5. Linnell almost blocked it. The ball gets kicked out of bounds along the left sideline, and it's going to be placed right around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it just didn't go anywhere.
Pickard is slow in getting up, and Coach Wilson is livid at the official for not blowing the whistle on Linnell Himes. So
I think when it hits the ground, Tony, that's a live ball, and the quarterback, the punter is, the punter is free there to be hit, and I think that's why there was no flag, and I think that's what they're trying to explain to the coaches right now.
Now Wilson,
I could be wrong, but that's the way I understand that.
Matter of fact, that's what the conversation is here in the press box too. So Dave Wilson is still not satisfied.
As Tony described it, the ball went nowhere, just straight out of bounds. So it only goes to the 26-yard line. Now the officials are huddling up talking about it.
I wonder if Dave May convinced them of something different.
Yeah.
Now John Barron's going to go out there, and he's going to say, hey, listen, that ball is a live ball when that hits the ground.
Well, they didn't throw a flag now, so you can't throw a flag. I wouldn't think you could throw a flag. Well, they did throw a flag.
Oh, they threw a flag for roughing the punter.
Guess I don't know the rules.
So Goshen catches a huge break.
Coach Barron wants an explanation, not getting one, as the officials walk away from him. And they're still conversing
on this, yeah. When he had the ball in his hands, he dropped it. That's a fumble.
Well, if he had possession, which I think he might have for a second, and then he drops it, it's a fumble. So
that's
all bets are off if it's a fumble.
Well, I don't know. Boy. I'm not quite sure that's a good call. Matter of fact, no, that's not a good call.
So they must have said that he did not have possession.
Wow. John Barron right now telling the official, listen, that he had the ball and he lost it.
Yeah, I don't understand it because it has to be a fumble in that situation on 4th down, and everything's go. I mean, you could call a personal foul for something physical later on, but you can't call roughing the punter.
Well, John Barron gets the explanation from the official, and it's not going to be to what his liking is. This will be a penalty on Plymouth, and Goshen gets a 1st down for it. And they don't give a signal either on top of it, which doesn't help us up here.
Well, he pointed, he did raise his foot after he threw the flag, so it was roughing the punter call, and it's over to you, Tony.
First and 10 Goshen. They got a whole new set of downs with the work with a hand off to Pung, and Junie stops at the line of scrimmage. So Pung on the carry, and the Rockies say no. Second and 10 coming up for the Redskins.
Tyler Shook over there on that tackle just stopped that play dead, supporting from the linebacker position, no gain.
I'll tell you, Tyler Shook.
Yeah, he's had a great year.
He's had a fantastic season. Second in tackles with 23 now coming in to this next play. Twins to the left for the Redskins. The backs will be lined. And another official timeout. The timeout called by Goshen this time. 5:15 remaining here in the second quarter. We'll keep it 7-2. The Rockies have the lead. This has been an interesting first half, to say the least. I think a lot of what we've seen here tonight, even though it's
going to be tough to get it in good shape after this game.
All right, here we go. It'll be second and 10 now for the Redskins from the 35 of Goshen. The fullback goes in motion to his left. It'll be Roberts, the drop back, looks to the near side. Pass planted down, incomplete. Ooh, and Darrell Huff was right in the area of that deflection, and if he turns around, he may have it right into his mitts, but he didn't see it, and it dropped right behind him.
Damon Howe with the knockdown. Yeah, Damon knocked it down. Third and 10, Tony. Good time to throw, though. But that's what you do if you're a middle defensive lineman. If you can't get to the quarterback, you get your hands up in the passing lanes, and that's what he did.
So third and 10 for the Redskins from the 35. 7-2, the Rockies have the lead on the Maggie Ice Cream Treatery scoreboard. Pung gets online, and now Twins left, and receiver down low out of the single back shotgun. Roberts looks left and whistles down. So it looks, I think Goshen jumped the gun.
Illegal procedure.
Yep. It was left end, left guard there.
Third and 15 now. Makes the play a little tougher. I tell you what, the long snapper for Goshen, I'm sure he's over on the side there, snapping a few times as he's struggled tonight.
Third and 15 coming up now for the Redskins from the 30-yard line now.
If they don't convert, he'll be out there snapping to the punter again.
The wind has died down a little bit, but it is still blowing to where it can make a difference. Twins to the right, a receiver to the left. Single back shotgun in this third and 15. Rockies are coming. Here's Roberts. He's going to stay in his pocket. Now he's going to tuck and run. Met head on at the 31-yard line. And the tackle there goes to Huff.
I'll give some credit there, Tony, to our defensive cornerbacks, as he just didn't have anybody to throw to, and then obviously the blitz got to him. So it was a great combination of good coverage and good pressure, and they're back to punt. I'll let you describe the snap.
So Pickard is standing at his 15, but probably should back up 5 yards. There's the snap. This one's a good short caught right at the belt. The line drives it to Curtis Ivey. He's going to let it go by him. It goes to the 30. Oh, and he's going to pick it up, drop it, and then get dropped clear back to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, he just couldn't get in front of it again because of the footing. He kind of tiptoed over to it. The ball got by him, and then once it got by him, it just kept rolling. Nice punt by Goshen as it covers just a massive amount of yards.
So it'll be first and 10 Rockies from the 12-yard line. So far, the numbers look like this. 24 plays for Goshen, 72 yards total. 17 plays for Plymouth, and only 43 total yards.
55-yard punt by Goshen. Wow, they needed it, and they got it.
Yet the Rockies lead 7-0. An early turnover by Goshen, the reason why the Rockies got on the board. So here we go. It's going to be Smith goes in motion. It's going to be Holloway handing off to Shadow. Got a hole. Gets to the 20, 25, 30. Broken. 40. Right side 50. Goshen 40. Shadow and high gear 30. 20. He's brought down inside the 10 to the 5.
How to get this cold crowd going. Just a wonderful blow up the middle. Great blocking. And then Spencer's speed. A hard-nosed running back can fly as well. Gets the ball clear down to the 4-yard line. Wow.
First and 10 now for the Rockies. Actually, first and goal for the Rockies at the 3-yard line. Spencer Shalio with a great run.
Yeah, that was just textbook blocking, and he juked through the linebacker, blows past the linebacker, and marches for all the way down there.
85 yards.
Beautiful.
On that run, that's the longest for Shalio this season. Before that, his longest run was 48. First and goal. There's the pitch to the near side. Brock's got room, and he's going to get in for the touchdown.
Good turf around the corner. 2-play drive.
And it's 13-2 in favor of the Rockies with just under 4 minutes left. So Brock Smith, inspired by a Shalio 85-yard run, got the Rockies down to the Goshen 3, and it's all she wrote from that point on.
They got out there in that good grass and just turned the jets on and got around the corner, and that's what I've been looking for, the coaching staff to start calling some pitches to get to that good turf. That was a 2-play, 88-yard drive, Tony. And these extra points always important.
Absolutely. Again, the wind is going from the left post to the right post for Tyler Shook. As he's kicking to the north end zone, here's the boot, and he shanked it off to the right and missed it. So, the extra point no good. The Rockies lead it 13-2. Let's take a 30-second break and come back here to the rock pile. To receive, and it's going to be a mole killer by...
It's still loose.
Tyler Shook caught by an up back at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Redskins will have it, 1st and 10 to begin this possession.
Well, that was a great 85-yard run and then a 3-yard run by Brock Smith, so 88 yards in 2 plays, only used up 32 seconds of clock, but a great momentum swing for the Rockies. Again, a good defensive hold down there. 3 and out, they had to punt it. The second time they had to punt it, and this time it was a legitimate punt. We got the ball back and scored a touchdown.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Goshen Redskins. Short will come off to the near side. It'll be a single back shotgun formation. Nope, an I formation, I'm sorry. Chuni Pung will be the tailback. Swihart will be the fullback. Roberts under the center with the receiver at the top as well. And it's going to be a handoff to Pung over the right side. He slides by 1, but not by 2. And Tyler Shook finishes him off right at the 30-yard line for no gain, maybe a loss of a yard.
Yeah, everybody just read that play very well. They stayed in their lanes, and they stayed in their position, didn't over-pursue, and it was a nice tackle.
2nd and 10 now for the Redskins.
Our defense really shored up here since that first drive. Goshen, on their second drive, Goshen drove all the way down and then had the field goal blocked.
All right, Pickard and Short will split off to the left. It'll be an I formation behind quarterback Carson Roberts. He's going to drop back, roll to his left to throw the football upfield, and it's going to be caught right at the 40 by Short. He gets the first down as he got to the 45. So a 15-yard pass completion.
I think you're going to see more coaching calls of pitches and rollouts by the quarterback as they rolled him out of the pocket away from the mud, out in the good solid grass, and he gets a good plant off his back foot, throws a great pass, and a first down.
3rd completion of the night for Roberts. He's now 3 of 8. 56 yards passing now for the junior quarterback.
2:56 left in the second quarter.
Backs lined up in the I, and it's 1st and 10 from the 45. Hand off to Pung over the right side. Oh, a great undercut by Huff. He snuck through and just dove to upend Pung, who tried to take the outside, a gain of a half yard, maybe a yard.
D-man does it. That was a great tackle. Wow.
Boy, that was textbook. That would be a nice thing to talk about in film tomorrow morning.
That running back saw about 9-yard gain there. He said, man, I got it. And all of a sudden his feet were gone.
2nd and 9 from the 46. Roberts breaks the huddle. He's going to have Pickard and Short split out to the left. Backs will be lined up in the I again. Swihart's the fullback, Pung at the tail, and here is Roberts under the center, Irish, and it's going to be Roberts to throw to his left, being pursued by Young, who gets picked up. Roberts throws up the left sideline. His pass is going to be incomplete.
Pass was incomplete.
He tried to go up the left sideline for Pickard, and it didn't work.
Great pressure put on there by the Rockies' left side as Geis comes with a blitz, and I think it was Damon Howe also that was in there pushing on the quarterback. Damon got blocked off, giving the quarterback time to throw, but the throw was not accurate.
For a moment, Todd Young had a shot until he got picked up.
Yep.
3rd and 9 now for Carson Roberts and the Redskins at the 46-yard line, or make that 49-yard line. 2:03 left to go here in the second quarter. Twins to the left, the receiver down low, single back shotgun here for Roberts and the Redskins. Here's Roberts to roll to his left again. He's being flushed. A screen pass is going to be caught and then dropped by Ortiz, the tight end.
Boy, did you see Todd Young react to that screen pass? That, for a young man who hasn't only just starting this year, that was a great reaction when he read the screen. He would have tackled him for like a 2-yard gain, but anyway, he dropped it, and it's 4th and 10. Well, I tell you, I don't want to say too much about Todd Young, but he has really impressed me these last few games. He just gets stronger and stronger.
Every game, yes. So the Redskins will punt it away again. Every offensive possession tonight this first half has resulted in a punt.
See what happens.
Here's the snap. Pickett grabs it at his 35, slips as he lets it go.
Okay, we're right.
And Ivy will pick it up and eludes one at the 25 to the 30, up, ended at the 29.
Curtis playing some Russian roulette there.
That's what he's doing.
And we got a Goshen young man that's not getting up right away.
No, he's not. He's not even moving right now. It don't look like it. So the officials are going to go check him out. Pung. Tony Pung gets the interception. He's the right corner, and I tell you, I'm not sure what the route was, but whatever it was to the wrong player.
No, they weren't on the same page there.
So now the Rockies going to have to play some defense, and that's not exactly what I was hoping have happened here.
I think Curtis actually just broke the route and stopped, and I think maybe Gordy thought he was going to continue in.
I think Gordy underthrew him.
Yeah, maybe.
So the Redskins are now going to come to the field, and we'll try to pick up who the new center is.
That was our first play of that possession.
The new center will be number 63, Jason Tatkin, so he moves from the left side. Roberts drops the ball off the snap, throws to the far side to short. He caught it, gets to the 40, and runs out of bounds inside the 40 to the 39.
Stops the clock.
Shalio, playing outside linebacker, ran him out of bounds.
Got about 9 on the play.
As Tony said, Goshen with an excellent field goal kicker, and the wind at his back now. So if they get a couple more first downs, he's going to be in a good spot.
Right now, Goshen not thinking about a field goal. They want to punch it in with a minute 33 remaining here in the second quarter. 13-2 Rockies, but now the Redskins trying to get some momentum. They got Twins to the right. They got Tony Pung to the left and a single back in Swihart. It'll be a pitch to Swihart, who's going to throw the football. He's looking downfield, and his pass is going to be intercepted by Curtis Ivy, who stretched out at the 10 to grab it. It was for Pickard down the right sideline, but Swihart threw it on the inside of Pickard, who couldn't make the adjustment. Ivy did, who had the position, and dove off to his right and made a sensational play, and the ball back in Rocky possession.
Not sure if it was, I think it was Todd Young that was putting the pressure on there, Tony. I didn't see if it was 86 or 88, but I think it was Todd that put the pressure on, made him throw a little bit sooner than he wanted, and then Tony, the better athlete, just won there as Curtis Ivy, a great defensive quarterback, has been doing it for years. Justin makes the interception, and the Rockies now.
Yeah, I like the play call. I just don't know if you can get away with it with our two corners as fast as they are. Team formation for the Rockies from the 8-yard line. Kaiser out of the backfield now, goes in motion to the right. That's going to be a handoff to Shallow over the right guard, and he's bellied right at the 11. That'll be a gain of about 2.5, 3 yards on that carry, but it was a gut shot that he took to send him down.
See if Goshen will use any timeouts if we don't gain any on second down. Minute 8 left, I think, or they might just.
Right on the stop for Goshen. Got about 3 on the play.
So it's 2nd and 7 now with a minute 2 left to go. Split off to the right is Ivy. He is joined by Brock Smith. So we got Twins behind Holloway. It's going to be a handoff. Shalio getting the call again, and he is going to scrap and then get sideways hit right near the 15-yard line. Gain of about 3, and there's a timeout for Goshen, stopping the clock at 40.7 seconds.
The reason they're doing this to our listeners is we are going into the wind. The wind's still blowing hard. So if we don't convert here, we'll be forced to punt into the wind. And they'll only have, 20 seconds or so to do something. But if we can only get it to the 35 or so because of the punt And the wind, that's what they're counting on, so that's the Goshen strategy.
Coming up at halftime, we're going to be talking with Jim Condon, the head coach. I should say he is the head coach of Plymouth High School. He's the principal. I called you a head coach, Jim. Yeah. You are, though. You're
the head coach of Plymouth High School. There you go, Tony.
Plymouth High School. Oh, man. Never a dull moment with him. So, this is okay. But just wanted to go see Mom, and glad he was able to get a chance to do that this weekend. He will be back with us next weekend. But Phil, thank you for filling in tonight. Curtis Ivy will split off to the near side, and Linnell Himes will break off from the tight end position and be a wide out right. T formation, though, behind Holloway. That's going to be Holloway throwing a 50 ball up for Himes, and he overshot him incomplete.
Holloway's pass intended for Linnell Himes.
Boy, saves Goshen a timeout there. And the pass was not really there that time, so he just overthrew him, and there's 35 seconds left as we're forced to punt.
So 4th and 4. The ball at the 14-yard line. Back to receive will be Taylor Short.
Houston Hodges, I believe, is going to be back there again.
This will be the 7th time Taylor has received a punt this year. He's averaging right around 5 yards of return, and now a timeout has been called by Goshen again with 35.7 seconds left.
Boy, that was a big burn there.
Yeah.
They burned that because they just didn't, I guess, feel they had the right personnel on there for Houston Hodges' play.
Yes, he is. All right, the Rockies will punt it away here as Houston Hodges is inside his 10 here to take this snap. Now coming in to help out is Brock Smith here. Here's the snap. And Hodges is going to throw the ball looking for Ivy. Now he's getting flushed out of the pocket. Throws over the middle for Himes. It's intercepted by Tony Pong at the 30, 25. And he's going to get brought down at the 20-yard line with 21 seconds left.
We just gave Goshen some points there. But feel we're strong enough to survive it, as we try a trick play there down in our own goal line, and Goshen gets the better of it. It was 4th down anyway, so where the ball is really where they would have got the ball if Houston would have been tackled or thrown it out of bounds.
One factor that went into that particular play was that we were throwing into the wind there.
Yeah.
And it looked like we were trying to find Linnell Himes right around the 35, but the ball never got to him. All right, so the Rockies need a defensive stop in a single-back shotgun. Twins right, receiver left. Roberts got a lot of time to throw to the end zone right side. Looking for Short. Intercepted by Kaiser!
Put down, yes.
So Kaiser intercepts it in the end zone, and the Rockies get it back just like that with 15.7 seconds remaining in this first half.
Boy, I tell you what, it's nice to have young men that can get the job done for you, even after we may have made a little goofo there. It doesn't matter, as Kaiser intercepts the very first play that Goshen runs. It gets that 1 foot down and then inbounds, and it's a touchback, so we get the ball at the 20, and I assume we'll just run this clock out. Take a knee and get in there and talk.
You know, I know a lot of people are kind of questioning that, but, when you have the confidence that your head coach has in certain players to make those kind of plays, calls, that's a confidence call by the coach.
Sure.
That's all that is. And when you're playing well and
who you're playing,
you
don't do that against Concord.
Right. You don't do that against a Concord. You probably won't pull that off against a Lowell team. But the fact of the matter is, this is a scenario where you're leading 13-2.
Right.
And it's
listens to our broadcast.
Wonderful.
Mrs. Guild talked to me last night. She listens to our broadcast, so we just want to say hello to both of them listening in tonight.
Say hi to our fine law enforcement here in the city of Plymouth. They listen in on Friday nights when they're not taking care of the bad guys.
We want you out here to support, but if you can be here, this is the next best thing is a listening.
Right. We got your ticket. All right, Goshen will be kicking off right to left on your radio dial to begin this third quarter. 13-2 Rockies on the Mega Moves Ice Cream Treatery scoreboard, as Sullivan will be doing the honors, and there's the boot. And it's going to be caught by the up-back Linnell Himes at his 30, rumbles to the 35, taps and runs 40, and uplanded at the 50. Finally. A tired tackle there by Goshen's number 15, Stegelman, may have saved a touchdown because Linnell was getting his choo-choo train going.
Yeah, he got him low. But, that's what I've been waiting to see all season is Linnell run the football in some type of reverse or some type of an action play. And that time it's on a kickoff that was very short and a nice run back. Plymouth with great field position at the 50-yard line.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rockies in a T formation. Curtis Ivy will split out wide left. Holloway surveys the Goshen defense. Out of the backfield comes Smith to the far side to join Ivy on the left. And Holloway's going to throw the football. Now he's going to reverse near side to Himes. Caught at the 50. Stays on his feet. Avoiding a tackle. 45, 40, 35. He got a block. 20, 10. And he will get in there for the touchdown.
Oh, they didn't give it to him.
No, they didn't give it to us. Nope, they waved it at the goal line.
Right over the pylon.
Linnell went over the pylon there.
Just did
Plymouth fans not very happy with that no touchdown call, but they're going to whistle it right at the goal line.
Touchdown saving tackle for Goshen.
But Linnell, again, the same play they ran 2 games ago at the Wawasee. Just a great, everybody goes left, and then Gordy turns around, throws it back to the right, and then Linnell tried to tackle him low. He breaks that tackle, steps over, keeps his balance, and rumbles down for 49 yards to the 1.
So 49-yard play will get it 1st and goal for the Rockies in a T formation. Holloway is going to hand it off to Brock, who lowers. Did he get in? Touchdown, Brock Smith. So Brock Smith gets into the end zone for his 7th touchdown of the season, and the Rockies jump out to a 19-2 lead. Well, that's what you were looking for.
That is exactly what we want. We want them to respond to the coach's halftime talk. And let me tell you, they did.
Tyler Shook with the point after here. Guys, this isn't a 2-point conversion here.
That would be, obviously very successful 2-point conversion, especially in high school. I'd like to see us try that, but we're going with Brock. Tyler.
Here comes his PAT, and now we are going to go for it.
Yeah.
Houston rolls to the end zone. Caught by Himes. 2-point conversion, good.
Tony and Larry all over that one. Nice job, coaching staff. I tell you, Linnell Hines, is he amazing? As soon as the ball gets close, I'm not even worried because I just know he's going to catch it. Great pass, though. I mean, it was an easy catch, but he's just the kind of young man that just catches everything.
2 plays, 50 yards, 17 seconds, and the Rockies are on the board. They lead it now 21-2. We'll be back with more Rocky football after this. 2 plays, 50 yards. Rockies on the board. Shook will kick it off, and this is going to go into the end zone. So Tyler Shook, using the wind to his favor, will get the touchback, and Goshen will have it 1st and 10 from the 20.
Yeah, nice job by Tyler. Getting it up there, wind drafting it and blowing it, and they're starting out with 80 yards to go.
Well, the Rockies have done very well for the most part this year, getting out to good starts.
Well, we've done very well in the 3rd quarter too, Tony, as you mentioned too earlier. We come out at halftime inspired.
Carson Roberts with a high formation handoff to Swihart, the fullback. He gets leg tripped once he crossed the 20 to the 21. No, May spotted at the 22. And he's 2nd and 8 on that 2-yard run by Swihart. Tell you what, we kept Swihart a little quiet here in this contest.
Daryl Huff in there again with the tackle.
That's Swihart's 4th carry for 11 yards.
Yeah, that's big. That's big for us. That's great defense.
That's big. 1 minute gone by here in the 3rd. Goshen breaks the huddle. We'll have a receiver split off to the near side. And the receiver at the top will be I'll get you that number here in just a little bit.
Timeout Goshen.
Timeout Goshen. Carson Roberts does not like what he saw. So, that timeout will be given to the top. That's Pickard. He's going to come in motion to the near side. Single back shotgun here. Roberts dropping back, looking to his left. He's going to throw at the 30. It's going to be caught. What a hit by Houston Hodges. Short, though. Credit him. He gets right back up.
Wow.
But a great pass completion to the 30-yard line, but, Houston rocked him.
Mercy. Great hit, great catch. He held on to the ball as he was hit. And the ball's on the 32-yard line.
Wow.
I was at the Notre Dame game last week, Tony, when a young man was hit right there at the end zone at the end of the game after he caught the ball, and that ball just exploded up in the air. That was very similar, but this young man from Goshen held on.
Pickard, the receiver down low in a single back shotgun formation here. He's got a receiver in the slot up high. Now Pickard will join it to make it trips right. Brock Smith on the outside is going to come after him. So is Todd Young. Roberts is trying to run for his life. Takes to the outside across the 30. Dropped out at the 31. Maybe a gain of a yard, if not nothing. And it'll be second and a long 9 coming up.
Yeah, Tony described that one very well. That was all horizontal. As we were chasing from behind, we were sliding down the line. Everybody did their job. Garrity came up and filled from the free safety. It was just perfect textbook on defense and no gain. Did they give him
nothing?
Nope, so nothing. Okay.
Second and 10. Havlin will be the receiver wide right. They got twins to the left in Pickard and Short again. Single back is Swihart, and he'll get the handoff up the middle, and the Rockies are going to stop that play.
That's so big having that middle stopped every time.
I'll tell you, here's where Goshen really misses their 265-pound senior Jeff Wyrich.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like a 4 or 5 yard, fullback plunge, and nobody's, especially Goshen with that injury, but, very few teams have had success going up our middle.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Redskins. Short will split off to the near side. Pickard's at the top. Backs will be lined up in the eye again behind Roberts, who's going to roll to his right to throw the ball. Throws up far sideline pass deflected, almost picked off by Curtis Ivy, but it went out of bounds past him. So the incomplete pass will now make it another punting situation for the Redskins.
Nice halftime talk. Our offense comes out, scores. Our defense comes on the field, stops them 3 and out, and it's so far that they can't even think about going it for 4, so they're forced to punt as it's 4th and 6, and both teams doing their job, and now Curtis Ivy's back, and I just got a feeling Curtis is going to field this punt, Tony. It's not going to be one of those where he just kind of lets it bounce around.
All right, to punt it away will be Troy Pickard from his 20-yard line. It's going to be a good snap, and from the 25, a line drive, and Curtis will have to field it off to his left. This ball's going to roll. He's going to pick it up inside the 35, stretch it near side, going the wrong way. Now he needs a block. Does he get it? He's getting pursued and then drained at the 25. He picked the ball up at the 30 and ends up losing 5 yards. Trying to stretch it from the far side to the near side.
Yeah, just nowhere to go. Great special teams coverage by Goshen and a field that really does not favor Curtis tonight.
9:04 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, 21-2. The Rockies have the lead over the Redskins in this NLC battle. Rockies looking to stay atop the NLC.
Still need to get Linnell some touches. That was a great pass play to him the last series.
All right, T formation and wing back right here. Brock Smith is the wing. It's going to be Holloway heading up to Linnell on the left side. 30, 35, and he shakes a tackle to the 45 where he slipped and fell.
And that's the play we've been asking for. That was the reverse. And gave Linnell a chance to run, and he rumbles, blows by 2 people. They try to arm tackling Tony. I don't know why you would even do that. Nobody goes for his legs, and then actually he was cutting back and slipped at the 45. First down.
Just under 9 minutes now left to go in the 3rd quarter. Big game for the Rockies.
Positive yards every time he touches the ball.
Absolutely. So here we go. From the 45, here comes a blitz. It's a pitch to the right side of Houston. Cuts it in 45 and brought down right at the 48. I tell you, he took a late hit.
Yeah, that was late hit only because it was right on his helmet head.
Right.
Yeah,
boy, I tell you.
But no flag, and but a nice gain on first down again.
Houston's all right. Francisco Garcia making part of the tackle there. Francisco, an outside linebacker. What's interesting here with Goshen's look is that what's normally supposed to be a 3-man front, the linebackers really creep up and end up giving you a 5-man look.
Yeah, there's a 5-man front there.
Here's a tight end up, Linnell's open, 40, 35, 20, 20, 10, touchdown, Linnell Himes on the tight end dump.
49-yard touchdown this time, and this time he gets all the way in the end zone. He got in the end zone last time, he just didn't give it to him. And Linnell Himes, just a big-time college player, still playing on Friday nights and doing a great job for Plymouth High School.
Let's not push this IU thing right now. Let's go. Let's worry about that after November.
Yeah, we're gonna have a fun run. I tell you. I mean, obviously that was a miscue on Goshen's part because he was too wide open.
Well, they had everybody in the box.
Yeah, they had everybody in the box trying to stop us. He slides through, and Gordy hits him on the dead run, and that's so important to hit him in stride.
Yep. Tyler Shook up for the PAT. Hodges holding. Here's the snap, the place, the boot. It's perfect. So the Rockies on the board, and now they lead it 28-2.
That's
3 plays, 74 yards. Only a minute 10 went off the clock.
Yeah, unhappy with the first halftime score. They come out in the third quarter and they go to Linnell Himes 3 times, 4 times actually.
And there's nothing like watching the coaches go to work immediately after the ball game. I mean, these guys don't get home till about 2 o'clock in the morning because they are already dissecting the film from tonight. And then come game time and look at the film Saturday morning, and there's another touchback while Tyler Shook's.
Nice job, Tyler. Sorry, Tony, go ahead.
So Goshen will have it after 20. But it's amazing for as much effort as we talk about the kids put in with their hard work, and they really do. What doesn't get talked about is what the coaches do and the time that they spend dissecting, trying to prepare these kids for a football game. And it's not easy anymore. It's not.
No.
It's no longer just hey boys, let's go practice for an hour and a half and let's just get up there, strap it on, and play. It's well beyond that stage now in high school football.
Very experienced assistant coaching staff too, and they've hung together, and that's another reason.
That's the other key, right there, John. Or right there, Larry. They've hung together. Max will be lined up in the eye, and here's a handoff to the tailback. There's Swihart, big run, 30-35, outside 40. Nathan Swihart with another fine run for the Goshen Redskins. I like this kid.
Yep, I do too. I love him on defense. And then Brock Smith makes another touchdown-saving tackle just like he did last week. Nice job, Brock coming over there.
Saw a whole new set of downs for the Goshen Redskins, who came in with just over almost 1,700 yards of total offense. Of that, right around 770 yards on the ground. Backs lined up in the eye, receiver top and bottom. Roberts hands it off. Swihart gets the call. The Rockies say, nope, not this time. This will be a loss of a yard.
Yeah, the offensive line of Goshen right now is losing the battle as our defensive line, a couple new faces in there, but our defensive line is really taking it to them.
Bubba Gaines comes out. Damon Howell spells them. Well, I know we talked about it again. We probably sound like a broken record, but did you want to run up the middle with Howell and Boswell?
You're not going to get it done. Yeah, that's exactly right. We also have Joe Porteous out there right now, the senior.
Playing the right end. I believe that's him on the right end. If not, yes. Swihart goes in motion from the fullback position. Roberts drops back, throws to the right side, and that goes incomplete. And Trent Kaiser gets called for the interference.
Just got there too early. They were both running full speed, and the receiver just stopped. And again, we just couldn't get stopped and ran into him before the pass got there.
28-2, the Rockies have the lead, but they're going to get penalized here for the pass interference.
Defensive pass interference.
So, with 6:46 left to go here in the third,
Keep that drive
that'll
going.
be a first down for the Redskins, and they'll spot the ball down to the Rocky 45. I tell you what, this is a much bigger crowd than what I thought was going to be here tonight. It just showed you the dedication these kids, the moms and dads, parents, and football fans here in this community have. Swihart, the single back. He gets the handoff and stopped the line of scrimmage again by a host of red jerseys. Tyler Shook getting there, but I think that tackle goes to Darrell Hoff.
Yep, and Kevin Garrity was coming up and helped finishing off. So it's so nice when that free safety comes in. You're losing your grip and you're bringing him down, and then the free safety just comes in there, hits, and finishes it off with
We
you.
have not talked about Kevin Garrity at free safety at all tonight. You know what that tells me?
He's getting the job done.
Exactly. Down low will be Pickard. Up top will be Tony Pung, and he's got a receiver next to him. Single back shotgun. Here's Roberts, quick out to the right side. Caught by Short. He tries to tuck it in. He gets across the 40 and dropped down around the 38-yard line. Trent Kaiser was on the coverage for the Rockies. That's about a good 7-yard gain. 6 yards. So we're 3rd and 3.
You know, our outside linebackers are such sure tacklers. That was another one-on-one tackle. If he misses that, they get a first down. But Brock Smith and Trent Kaiser can tackle out in the open field extremely well.
3rd and 3 from the 38-yard line. Redskins got a nice little drive going. Spin off to the near side, Picard. He's joined by Short. At the top, it's Pung, Tony Pung. Single back shotgun, Roberts. Here's the snap. The junior quarterback is going to tuck and run. Goes to the left side. Can he get a block? He's going to scamper to a first down, crossing the 35, stays on his feet before he's railroaded down to the 28 by a host of red jerseys.
Kaiser stands him up, but not until he gets enough for the first down. And they're going to move the chains again.
That is a nice run by the junior quarterback.
You know, we didn't talk a lot about his running ability, but he's ran well tonight in this field.
Well, he came in, Larry, with 39 carries, but only 75 yards, which leads me to believe that a lot of the times that he's running the football are probably short yardage situations.
Yeah, that's why we didn't talk a lot about it. There's no yards there, but he's doing well tonight.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Redskins as they've marched up to the Rocky 34. Twins to the right, receiver down low, single back shotgun again. From the 34-yard line to snap. Roberts is going to throw to the right side, and it's going to be incomplete. He missed his mark on that one. It looked like a little sideline route for Short, and it didn't work.
Incomplete. Trent Kaiser defending on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I'm giving Linnell a series off here as he's over on the sideline, sitting on the bench to catch an arrest.
Well, it's 28-2. Probably don't need to go any further. Pickard will join Short on the right side with the Twins to the right of Roberts this time. Backs lined up in the eye, and Roberts this time gets under the center. The snap, and it'll be to Pung. Chuni gets the carry, gets across the 35, and that is it. That'll be about a 1-yard carry, and now it'll be 3rd and a long 9 coming up here for the Redskins. Damon Howe was able to shut the door on that run.
Yep, and Huff was also in there, and Linnell checks in just as I said they were giving him the series off. And he's in there for the pass rush as it's 3rd and 9.
So here we go. Backslide up in the eye here with Twins to the left for Roberts. Swihart, the fullback, goes in motion to the right. Roberts drops back. He's going to be belted by Smith. Loose ball. Grabbed by Hives. He's gone. 50-40, 30-20. Linnell with an offensive touchdown off of Brock Smith. Tag. Oh, baby, that was huge. Linnell was just sitting on the bench resting a play ago and comes out, and now we got a flag thrown.
That flag is going to be a personal foul against Goshen for an illegal, they just buried Garrity out there as he was kind of running down, watching the play develop, and just got wiped out. I think that's what it's going to be. But, boy, what a Linnell is really making some things happen tonight. Really, he didn't make that one happen. And that, again, is a personal foul against Goshen. The touchdown good from the... And then,
so the Rockies make it now 34-2. Good fumble recovery by Linnell Himes from the 50, and he was gone. 47 yards. On the 7th place for Goshen goes 4-0. Brock Smith got the hit, jarred it loose, and that was it.
Blindside blitz. Quarterback never saw him. You know, that's one of those that might have been reviewed if we were in college or pro, because he was trying to throw the ball, but he just brought the ball back, hit in the back, and the ball just came loose, popped up, and Linnell picks it off in the air, goes the rest of the way.
So, Shuck will go for the PAT. Ooh, bad. And a bad snap, and Houston's going to have to run, but he gets tackled. Oh, he got it off the Shuck, and he gets to the goal line, got in!
Conversion.
A 2-point conversion works out.
Houston
Hodges took nothing into something.
Yes.
What a play. Tyler Shuck gets that 2-point conversion play, the second of the night for the Rockies, and mercy. How did that happen?
I think this team came out of the locker room and they were going to execute for their coach, and That's the kind of kids they are. They knew their coach was unhappy, and they responded in a big way. It is 36-2, Tony. Wow.
4 minutes and 12 seconds remain here in this third quarter. Now, this has been a nice start to the third quarter.
Tony, on a play like that, you go for an onside kick here, but I don't think we will with the score the way it is.
I should say a fumble recovery return for Himes. 2-point conversion good, and Shook will bury this one into the end zone. So, Goshen will get it from the 20-yard line, trailing by 34.
So they're talking to Garrity now at free safety. You know, the way the score is now, the coaching philosophy changes a little bit. You want to give a little more cushion. You know, you're going to let them probably have that 8-yard pass. You're going to make sure nobody gets behind you and that type of, you know, that's what they're talking about right now. Great job, Rockies, in this third quarter. Wow, what a football team.
A receiver to the top and the receiver down low for Carson Roberts. Whitehart's at the fullback position, and Chunny Pung is at the tail. Pung gets the call, escapes one, and not the leg tackle at the 21. And that's where he is brought down for about a 2.5-3-yard gain.
I tell you, 43 has been everywhere tonight. He's just having a terrific night. Daryl Huff.
Barron. That's a fine play by Huff, but he's chewing butts on somebody. Hey, you don't get good if you stop coaching.
That's right. The players play to the level of expectation of the coach.
Twins to the right, backs in the eye. Hand off to Pung again, and Pung gets through to the outside finally before he's brought down by Trey Kaiser, our left outside linebacker on the play. Gained at about a yard, maybe a half to 2 yards, but it'll be third and about a long 4 coming up for the Redskins now at the 26-yard line. Well, and you know, some say, well, this is 36-2. Maybe we should be backing off. Well, I'm not sure if we got players that know what that means.
Well, I think, it was a close score at halftime, Tony, and I think they're out there still responding to their coach.
Twins left, a receiver to the right. Actually, no receiver to the right. Now Swihart will move from his fullback to the right. It's a pitch to Pung on the right wing side. And Swihart throw a block. Got him an extra yard up the right sideline, but well shy of the first down.
Yeah, Curtis came up and came off the receiver and makes the tackle, and he'll now go back to receive the punt. So, great job by the Rockies defense stopping them dead cold in their tracks. And they're just not letting Goshen get any momentum going in the second half.
The Rockies gave up their first quarter points of the season in this first quarter tonight, and that was off a safety. For Plymouth, 7 points in the first, 6 in the second, 23 already here in the third. Here's the punt by Pickard, and it hits the right sideline and dies right at the 44 or 43-yard line of the Rockies. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the home team. We'll lead this one 36-2.
Well, Tony, I tell you, they're going to give Northwood something else to look at on film now that they're in that tight end reverse, and that's the first time that we've seen that this year. This coaching staff just keeps bringing out new plays that are successful. And we talked about earlier that we wanted to see Linnell run the ball as he ran that kickoff back very well. And by gosh, if they didn't run the tight end reverse.
For Linnell Himes, by the way, that is his second defensive touchdown of the season. The other one was an 80-yarder that he had an interception on.
Just picked that one right out of the air on a screenplay.
Wing back left for the Rockies in this formation. Handoff Shalio. Look at him sidestep and then gets crunched down at the 46 on a gain of about 3 yards on his carry. 2:27 remaining here in the third quarter.
Also, A.J. Garcia on it.
A.J. Garcia on a partial tackle there for the Redskins. 2nd and 7 coming up now for the Rockies. Rockies this season on second down situations. Our top 3 runners that are normally in that tee have accompanied for 13 touchdowns, and here's one of them. Houston Hodges gets to the 50, gets a first down run inside the 50 to the 47. And, Houston is down, and no, he's not. I thought that was Ivy.
Yeah, Ivy and a couple of them just got kind of tangled up there.
Is that what happened?
Everybody walks away okay. Everything hurts more when it's cold and windy and wet like this. Those stingers sting more. And, boy, they did not give us the mark I thought.
I thought that was a first down run, but it was not. So it's going, third down and a long one here for the Rockies.
Third and a short yard.
Or maybe a short one, okay. And a line judge over there messing with us. Flag folks. Here we go. Third and one. It's a handoff, and Shadow gets a first down run. Look at him escape down to the 40, drop to the 36. Spencer Shalio quietly having a nice running night.
The offensive line now is starting to take over this entire second half as they just move people that time. And then, of course, he picks his way and does the Spencer Shalio run, which is always terrific. But you can't even get that run started if you don't get those initial blocks, and we got him that time.
John Swihart makes the stop, not before the Rockets get a first down, and under a minute left to go in the third. 1st and 10, Plymouth. The ball at the 36-yard line. Holloway scampers from the near sideline to the huddle. The ball placed at the right hash mark side of the field with the play clock down to 6. Play clock down to 4. Holloway with 2-1 gets it off. Hands off left side. Hodges. Then he is leg tackled right at the 35-yard line. So that'll be a gain of about 2 on that carry. And that will be close to running out the rest of this third quarter. Well, looks like we're going to try to get in one more play. The big clock shows 20. The play clock almost ditto. Ivy will split off to the left. This is a T formation. Now Linnell Himes will split off wide right. Here's Holloway. Dropping back. He's going to look far side for Ivy. A 50-50 ball. Ivy adjusts. Oh, he had it and lost it at the 5. He had to catch it over his shoulder, but couldn't bring it down on the coverage there. That was Tony Pong. So good job by Tony Pong of Goshen. He was there on the coverage. So with 3.4 seconds left, the Rockies will get another play in here before the third quarter ends.
And boy, Gordy did a great job of laying that one over the top of the defender. That was a catchable ball. It would have been a tough catch, but it was a catchable ball. And you might see Curtis go to gloves maybe on the next cold night and wet night, as that one seemed to get through his hands.
He'll split off to the left again, and, well, Linnell Himes will split off to the right. T formation again. The final play of the third quarter, 3rd and 9. Holloway's going to go again to Ivy far side. Ivy got position, and then good job by Tony Pung again. The ball ends up over the head of Ivy, incomplete. Nice to see that little matchup there between Pung and Ivy.
Yes.
Pung was able to win both battles there. Third quarter comes to an end. It'll be 4th and 9 coming up for the Rockies, who lead this one 36-2 going into the 4th on the Maggie Moo's Ice Cream Treatery scoreboard. We're back. We didn't say special thanks to Ben Weybooth and his statistician crew. They do a great job. The printer don't work tonight, though. That's the problem. Ivy going to a slant route to Himes. Broken up. 2 defenders there on by Goshen. Making a stop there was Llewellyn. Nice job by Michael Llewellyn.
Yeah, they ran the double team in over on Linnell's side. They had one in front, one behind him, and broke up the pass.
So that 4th down attempt is no good, and possession now goes to Goshen, and they'll have it at the 35-yard line.
Coach Barron working on that passing game a little with the score 36-2. And Goshen does a nice job of stopping us, and they take over at their own 35.
All right, they got backs lined up in the eye, a receiver to the right and a receiver to the left of Roberts. He's going to roll to his left. Escapes the pocket, throws over the middle, pass caught for a first down. I think that was Pickard who made that catch there. We'll see.
Garrity brings him down.
But that is short.
Gets the first down.
The tight end. Ortiz, who has his jersey very dirty, tough to see which one it is. So the first down.
Not gotten any worse, Tony. I'm pleased with how it's holding up now. There's between the 20 and the 30 there on the north side, it's pretty bad, but it's holding up better than I thought it would as the game progressed.
Backs in the eye, ball at the left hash mark. They got twins to the left on the short side for Roberts, and it's going to be a handoff. This is Pung getting the call. Can he zip through? Rocky stop him after about a yard gain right near the 47.
Daryl up. Number 43 comes up and sticks him.
We'll get him to the 48. Devin Garrity also in on that tackle. They're giving Biles a credit for a hand. 2nd and 8. Now at the 48-yard line of Goshen. Redskins will have Pickard come to the near side. Short is top left. Backs in the eye for Roberts. Ball to left hash mark. Roberts is going to roll to his right this time. Being flushed by Himes, who forces him to throw a bad pass incomplete. And Himes goes down, slow to get up. Nathan Swihart was the intended receiver along the near sideline, but it didn't work. 3rd and 8 now for the Redskins.
Yeah, he individually blew that play apart as the quarterback was just retreating as fast as he could. Had nowhere to go but just throw it away. Linnell comes off for a break now.
I think it's Van Dusen, who's number 83 for the Rockies. Right. Bubba Gaines will come in as a defensive tackle. He'll be off to the left of Boswell for Damon Howe. Plymouth front 4 takes on the offensive line in the single back shotgun for Goshen. Receiver from top now in motion to the bottom. Trips to the right. Roberts is going to quick out to the near wing. To Pickard, belted! Trying the ball loose. It's free, and the Rockies, I believe, will get it.
I can't believe they're going to call that a complete pass.
They will give it to the Rockies.
Well, that's a break for the Rockies.
I mean, the pass was to the receiver, and Kaiser just belted him.
Yeah, Kaiser buried him just as he caught it. The ball just popped loose. That's an incomplete pass. But the officials turn it over to let Plymouth fall on it, and Plymouth takes over at the 44-yard line of Goshen. Again, the Goshen receiver is still down from the hit.
Kaiser came up and just hit him well.
Well, and, you know, there's no replay, so it is what it is, and it's Plymouth ball. In a way tonight. Hope to see him back next week.
All right, Curtis Ivy will split off wide right. Holloway's got a T-back formation behind him. The ball at the left side of the hash mark in this 1st and 10 from the Goshen 44. Rocky's already leading. Now out of the backfield comes Kaiser to the outside. It's going to be a handoff, and Chalio will get leg tackled and driven down at the 45.
Down by
Kean Priest makes the tackle there for the Redskins.
Goshen, for the most part, has made it difficult to run. Obviously, we broke a couple big ones, Chalio for the big key one, but they've held us in check on the running game pretty well.
No gain on that run. 2nd and 10 now with the ball at the 44-yard line.
Two-topping pizza goes to Jason Peters. You can pick up your coupon in the press box.
2nd and 10. Rockies coming off this huddle. Ivy will split off to the right. Split back formation here for Holloway. It'll be a handoff. It's Brock Smith cutting it inside. Gets to the 40. That'll be about a 5-yard run there for Brock.
Nice run by Brock there. Going off the right side. Damon Howe throwing some blocks over there.
Stegelman on the tackle. Down to 9.5 left to go in this game. 36-2 Rockies. Join us tomorrow morning for the Saturday Morning Coaches Corner. John Barron will be in-house. We'll talk about tonight's game against the Redskins. And talk a little bit about some boys soccer as well, as they get ready for a sectional championship matchup with the Warsaw Tigers down in Argus. Curtis Ivy, I should say, is split off to the right. Damon Howe just jumped the gun. Damon was about 3 yards ahead of the snap.
Proceeding against the Rockies.
Yeah, he's the first one to slap himself and say, hey, come on, get it together.
Yankees 3 and the Twins 3.
Well, the Rockies, 177 rushing yards, 110 passing yards, for a total of 287 yards coming up to this play.
Wonderful.
3rd and 11. 2 formation for Holloway. Ball to right hash mark. Ivy's the lone receiver down that way, and Holloway's going to roll to his right.
Wide open, though.
And Ivy, can he get the pass? No, he caught it at the 15! Great catch at the 14-yard line where they'll mark it. What a nice reception by Curtis Ivy.
That's a double move by Ivy. That means that the quarterback had a lot of time to throw. He goes down about 15 yards, cuts it in, makes the defender think it's a slant route, and then steps it and goes to the outside and makes a great catch for a huge gain.
The corner, Tony Pong, had his hands extended outside saying, "Where was my help?" Yeah. Well, it was all Tony because Curtis cut it back to the sideline. Wing back left formation. It's going to be misdirection to Linnell right side. Got a block for Brock. Gets to the 15, 10, to the 5, and he's brought down at the 3.
He steps over one, pushes one away, and then runs over one.
The Goshen player came away with a football, and he's halfway down the field. That's more Llewellyn.
They're calling the play down, and they're marking the spot there around the 3.
So Llewellyn will have to hustle back up field to bring the ball back. So Nell Himes with a nice carry.
Boy, he is a load. And again, you know, if you're seeing film now, they're going to say, hey, you know what, you got to tackle 88 low.
Himes now.
Can you imagine posting up?
They have a one carry for 19 yards.
Wow, he has turned into be a real stud of a man.
Now he's got 2 carries for 28 yards. Team formation, first and goal for the Rockies from the 3.
Goshen, they didn't have enough players.
So the Redskins will have to call a timeout. With 8:12 remaining here in this one, we'll be back after this 30-second timeout. The
Russian catch, he has just been absolutely everywhere on the defensive side from his defensive end, constantly hassling the quarterback, and it's just been a wonderful evening for Linnell Himes.
139 yards for him total. Throwing, the rushing, and the passing. Team formation for the Rockies from the first and goal. Here's the handoff to Kaiser. He gets in on a route that he took to the outside, and Trent Kaiser gets on the board for Plymouth.
Boy, Goshen really acted like they lost track of that ball.
Yeah.
They all went, I think it was Brock maybe that went inside for the first handoff. Everybody went with the first handoff, and guys just went around the corner for the touchdown.
42-2. The Rockies now have the lead with 8:07 to go here in the contest. And Tyler Shook will be on for the PAT. Houston Hodges will be holding at the 10. The snap, the place, the boot, it's up, and it is good. So Tyler Shook gets the PAT. Trent Kaiser with a 3-yard scamper into the end zone on 5 plays, 44 yards, chews up 234. Rockies lead it 43-2 in the Magnum's Ice Cream Treatery scoreboard. We're back after this 30 seconds. And don't forget, after tonight's ball game, 45-cent wing night at Beef O'Brady's. Kicking off for the Rockies, right to left, and he's going to keep it on the ground, where it's going to be picked up by Llewellyn. The up back at the 25, and he says, I need to fall on it because I slipped. He's not happy that he slipped, and he punches the ground, which is a good thing for him. It's pretty mushy right now.
Well, the second unit's going to come out for Plymouth right now. Adam Perillo's out there. There's going to be a lot of new jerseys out there that we'll try to get to you as we can. Tyler Southwell also out there for the defense.
For Goshen, you got Carson Roberts. Bass still a quarterback.
Still doing it.
Swihart and Pung are going to be the tail. Or Pung's the tail. Swihart fullback in his high formation. Twins to the right. And here we go.
Mitch Holloway's at safety, Tony.
It's going to be handoff to Swihart up the middle. And the Rockies are just going to bunch it up right at the 24. And that is it. Nothing for Pung there.
Tyler Southwell might have been the one on the tackle, 73.
Lewinsky gets credit for that tackle. 2nd and 9 on that 1-yard run. The ball up to the 23-yard line now for the Redskins. And the other Rockies that are out there right now,
Ricky Soto.
Governor playing the left corner.
Ricky Soto, inside linebacker. He's trying to...
Swihart, the fullback in motion, and here's Roberts to drop back, looks to the left side, has to tuck and run because there's nothing available. And he's going to take it to the near side. Lewinsky trying to chase him down at the 30. Roberts discards him out of bounds. And that's going to be right at the 34-yard line where they mark it.
Lewinsky runs him out of bounds. Not until he moves the chains.
Good run by Roberts again, the Goshen quarterback. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Redskins.
Well, they hung with us in the first half, but the inspired Rockies came out in the third quarter, if you're just tuning in, and just dominated the third quarter and stretched the score out between offense and defense and turnovers and going for touchdowns off turnovers. It's just been a wonderful third quarter.
Rockies outscored Goshen in that third quarter 23-0.
That'll do it.
Backs lined up in the eye. Roberts under the center. He's going to hand it off to Pung. Over the right guard he goes. Ran into his own guy. Fumbled the ball. And the Rockies have got it.
Nice
Justin Rodriguez. One of the linebackers very enthusiastic for that turnover. And Plymouth comes away with it. So the Twosies come up with a nice play. Lewinsky and give it in there on the play. Going there.
Nice job, second group. Some strong hits in there. Jar that ball loose, and the Rockies' second offensive group now will get a shot at it. Ricky Soto is just talking on the sidelines. He's done his work for the night and done it well.
John Ruff is going to be the quarterback now for the Rockies. Ruff is 0 for 1 throwing the football this season. It'll be a team formation for the Rockies with Chase Peters on the left side. We got a man in the middle and one on the right. And here's going to be a handoff to Peters. Over the right guard he goes, and he ends up sitting down at the 35. So Chase Peters,
Nathan Benham is in there on the offensive line. Nathan, a junior, 5'10", 173-pound junior. They catch some of these young men who work hard all season.
All right, Peters will now be joined. And again, forgive me, I can't follow the other men next to him. I think that's Michael Gray with a wing-back right formation. And it's going to be a handoff to Peters again over the right guard. Gets inside the 35, drop to the 31. Nice run again by Peters of about 4.5, 5 yards. It's going to be third and about a long 3 to 4, maybe even more. So it ends up being a short run after it's all said and done. 6:10 and counting up to go in the fourth quarter. Rockies 43, Goshen 2.
Hayden Skur in the Southway, 6'5", Tony. He's in there.
Yep, sirree. Split back formation with actually wing back right. Goshen almost dropped the gun, and now a fumble. It's loose. Plymouth able to recover. Looked like the left tackle was able to fall on top of that one for the Rockies. Number 53, Ryan Evans, a young 5'11", 175 or 71-pound sophomore.
Evans falls on it and picks up about 3 yards, so it's going to be about 4th and 5, 4th and 4.
It'll be 4th down.
John Ruff, a 6'1", 160-pound sophomore. A lot of potential in this kid.
I tell you, Chase Peters, there's some potential there, too.
Yes, sir. T formation this time. Ruff is going to throw the ball off to the right side. His pass is almost picked off. It was intended for his receiver, Brandon Kleckner, the 6'2", 173-pound junior, but it got broken up.
And Brandon was there. He was just late in throwing the pass, but a nice route, nice execution. Just a 1 second late in throwing the pass, let the defender get there. And the Rockies defense back on.
So it stops the clock at 5:06.
On that defense is Jared Hill, the 6'2", 205-pound sophomore on that defensive line.
Goshen, they'll bring out some new jerseys. How do I know? Because they're white.
That's right.
And a new quarterback to boot. So the new quarterback is Diego Garcia. Diego, a 6', 190-pounder, is going to hand it off to the first back through. And that is number 43, Ryan Steele, a 5'6", 143-pound sophomore. On the tackle for the Rockies was number 45, Preston Rodriguez.
Yeah, Zach Free was also in there, the seniors.
2nd and 8 coming up for the Redskins with 4:43 and counting left. Coming up at our post-game show, we'll be talking with our assistant coach, one of our assistants, Gene Scriven and Paul Patrick. Backs lined up in the eye for Garcia. The fullback goes in motion to the near side, so it's a pitch to the near side. And it's going to be taken again by number 43, Ryan Steele, where he ends up getting tackled out of bounds right near the 35.
I'll tell you, Phil Lewinsky did a wonderful job. The 5'8", 142-pound junior, he did a wonderful job of turning that inside to where the help was as he stopped the corner and made him go upfield for a small gain.
Coaches like Phil because he seems to be, he's got a good linebacker mentality. And with him being short, it's tough to spot him. And, you know, he just seems to have a nose for the football. He needs to put on a few more pounds in the weight room, but that kid has a lot of potential. Under the eye, Garcia, the quarterback, is going to fake the handoff. And Garcia is going to scramble for his life, and his pass goes incomplete. Well, we were trying to find Zach Eldridge there, but the pass goes incomplete. Calvin Eads on the defense for the Rockies. So the Rockies' defense will hold, forcing a punt situation for the Redskins.
A.J. Ruffing in there on that one as well. I thought we were going to get a sack out of that, but we didn't. He throws it away, and now we're going to go back, and Daniel Governor is going to go back to receive this punt.
This will be the 5th punt of the night for the Redskins. Seems more than that, but
at least they've got their snaps down now.
Yep. Here's the snap. It's a good one. And the boot. And there's a good one. Nice one. Governor grabs at his 30. The big guy scrambles 35. So look at that move to the 40, to the 45, and dropped up to the 49.
Governor's 6'4".
Governor.
He's 6'4", made a nifty move there to pick up an extra 5.
6'4" boys ain't supposed to be doing that, are they?
That's pretty sweet.
Coaches have a smile for him. Well, you know, and I tell you, Governor is this one that, you know, we're talking about hanging your hat on the possibility of really getting some playing time come next year. Governor is one of them just because of his size, and if he keeps working hard in the weight room, he's really going to work himself into the lineup next year.
I'd like to see Chase break one of these.
The handoff to Michael Gray as he's going to get drugged down to the 50 for about a yard gain.
Michael Gray on the carry.
Michael Gray, pretty good running back. He is a 5'6", 143-pound sophomore. That is his 3rd carry of the season. Down to 3 minutes to go, and the Rockies have the lead 43-2. Team formation. It'll be Gray, Peters, and I can't get the other number there, so I apologize. It's a pitch to Peters to the right side nonetheless. Gets it to the 45 before he's tackled down right at the 43. Throwing that lead back, who was on the right side of that T formation, was Taylor Haviland, the 5'10", 140-pound junior.
Haviland with a great block to spring Peters. Peters picks up some great yardage. Sets us into a 3rd and 3. Good speed by Peters getting around that corner. Yep.
3rd and 2 now for the Rockies from the 43-yard line of Goshen. T formation for Ruff, who gets under the center. Here's the snap, and he's going to hand it off to Peters again, following a block, and he'll get the first down run. And he'll get inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
Well, you described that one right. He was right on the back of his blocker, and his blocker just kept moving people, and he just kept following him. And a nice first down, Rockies.
Down to 2 minutes. The Rockies will improve to 8-0 in the season when this clock winds down. And tell you what, Larry, the expectations that have been set for this Plymouth Rocky team continue to get answered game in and game out.
This has been just a picture-perfect season for the coach and the
misdirection handout Peters. He's got a little room. He didn't stretch it outside, cut it in, gets inside the 30 to the 25. That's a first down run for Chase Peters.
I tell you, I thought for a second he made the wrong move, but he made the best. He saw something we didn't. I thought he had the corner for a 20-yard gain, but he saw he had the inside, cut it up inside, and picks up 15 right up the middle.
So the ball now to Goshen 25, and the Rockies with another 1st and 10. Another wing-back right situation. It'll be Havland and Gray. The wing-back right is Peters. Here's the snap. It's the handoff to Gray. Tucks the ball in, goes to the 20, pulls over 3 or 4 players, gets down to the 15-yard line. Michael Gray, a good run, and the big guy gets himself a first down for his Rockies.
Well, great run, great coaching. You can see, he had both hands of the ball. He understood where we're at in the game. No fumbles. Kept his head down, his body low, and just kept running, Tony. That was a nice run and nice form. Nice coaching all the way up for him.
We're talking about these games that are primarily playing the JV or coming off a great win against Concord at Concord last Saturday. Hand off to Peters. He rolls right into a group of white jerseys inside the 15 to the 13 as we're down a minute 10. But that was a win at Concord, 16-6. Wow. I mean, it was Concord received the opening kickoff, and Mitch Holloway greeted them with an interception on the second play from the line of scrimmage. Concord scored at a second offensive possession and had a 6-0 halftime lead, but Gene Skirvin must have did one of those halftime chit-chats that John did tonight, because it was all Plymouth that second half. Hand off to Michael Gray, bounces off one tackle, gets to the 10, and dropped inside the 10 at the 9. Down to 35 seconds left. The Rockies trying to hurry it up here to see if they can get the ball into the end zone.
Never easy.
Number 2s.
Never easy to win at Andrews Field, Tony, and that's where we're going to be.
Northwood had a big game tonight. They had to take on the Warsaw Tigers at Warsaw. Here we go, 3rd and 5. Last play of the game. It's a handoff and cutting it in and scoring for the Rockies. Number 24, Jordan Wendell, a 5'9", 138-pound sophomore. And it's 49-2.
Jordan gets in there for the score. Read the play perfectly, the block, and he saw the gap off the right side and cuts it up and gets the touchdown. Not sure that Coach Barron wanted those points, but that second group scores. There's nothing wrong with that, Tony. I don't care what anybody says. They were just doing their job, trying to show that the coaching staff that they can do it.
So we're going to have a PAT coming up. Ruff will be holding, and doing the kicking here will be Ricky Soto. This will be his first PAT. Here's the brute line drive. Got it through. And it's 50-2. Rockies have the lead. So Plymouth will improve to 8-0 on this season, going to Andrews Field indeed. In Napoli, Indiana, take on the Northwood Panthers.
That's right. But it is nice that we continue to dominate this conference, a very difficult conference in the past, and we've just controlled it here now for last year and this year.
Well, Scott Hoover's done a good job over there since taking over. He's had a very interesting year there. The ball deflects off an up back on the kickoff, but Goshen recovers with 5 seconds remaining. So the Redskins will have the football with 5.4 seconds left to go in the game. Goshen will fall now to 1 win and 7 losses on the season and remain winless in the conference at 0-6. Next week, they will play their final regular season game at Wawasee, or actually home to Wawasee. Goshen jumps the gun on this play, so offside Goshen. Well, I'll tell you, the Redskins in that Wawasee matchup, that could be anybody's game. Wawasee is due, this Goshen team is due. It's going to be a very interesting matchup to watch next Friday night. at Goshen.
Plymouth finishes with 391 total offensive yards, Tony. Wow.
Goshen 179. All right, final play of the game. Diego Garcia, the quarterback, is going to throw it down the far sideline. His pass is going to be caught, and that will end it. This game comes to an end, and the Plymouth Rockies remain undefeated on their season with a 50-2 win over the Goshen Redskins. Stay tuned. Coming up next, we'll get you ready for our Beef O'Brady's post-game show. Beef O'Brady's. We'll see you at Beef's. All right, we're back after this. Time out.